All right, welcome back, everybody. This past video I just posted a few days ago was actually supposed to be for March, and I realized that I've been really busy with work between my dad and work and trying to get things done out here. I do have a lot to cover, and the reason I just posted it a few days ago is because I've been working on the oil refinery, and now I want to really show you the progress that I've been making. A lot of y'all, I want you to understand, it's not that I've been ignoring your videos. It's just I've really been busy with my own layout and my own job and my dad and all that. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and show you the first thing that I've accomplished is the crossing gates. They are working. I've got them up. They're self-controlled, which are manually controlled by me, and that's the way I want them. The reason I want them that way is because right here it sits at a industry, which is grower shipping, and I want to be able to activate these at my own whim. Now it's just me that runs trains out here, so I'm not so much worried about that. But for now, yeah, they do work, and I'm happy with that. That's the main thing that I've also done. The second main thing I've done is I've started putting my fascia in and actually painting it. I've got it, I think the last time I was showing you down here, but I've got some plaster areas here, which I still have to put some plaster tape for the expansion joints. I still got to cover that up because it's going to keep cracking without plaster tape. So moving on, I'm going to try to keep this as steady and as quick without sounding like a babbling idiot. But I have ran this over. I've curved this section. This was originally, you know, as it just kind of, you know, boxed in. And I'm thinking about eventually, I'm probably going to put some kind of cell tower or something there. But this has been brought out so the curvature of the fascia can meet with the layout. This has not been done. I'm going to have to put a piece in here over this light and connect the joints. But for the most part, that's pretty much the way it's going to kind of look. But I have been doing that as well. This was the rest of it. I still got some work on this one I got to do, and some uneven work on the screw heads. I don't know why they came out like that, and I even countersunk them. So Felix is here. The name is back. I got to move the plate. I don't know how I got the plate off. It should have been over just a bit, so I'm going to have to fix that. And then I got it all the way up to this point, so that's where I stopped. But my main focus has been the oil refinery. Oh, it's gone. Where is it? Since the last update, which was a few days ago, this has actually been the last couple of months. All the track back here has been painted. If you can see it, it has been painted and it's ready for ballast. I've got all my switches in. I've got the new switches in that I needed finally. Yes, they are ground throwed because I like to operate the ground throws myself, and being inside of a industry, for the most part, they are operational ground throws. They're not CTC controlled. So I did get my new turnouts in, and I'm fine, and I'm happy with that. I've also got the wiring done. Well, I got the feeders dropped and ran. I just don't have them wired up yet to the main bus, but I will get there. The main thing that I want to show you, this is the last time you will see this, because when I get the refinery installed, you know, it's going to be permanent unless I, you know, like I said, dismantle the layout. So now I'm going to take you over to my workbench, and I'm going to have a seat, and I'm going to go over each individual thing so you'll see exactly what I've been having to deal with. So this was the actual truck unloading fuel ramp. It was actually another ramp that went on that side, which I'm actually using that other ramp for inside the shelf that you saw on the last update. This side is actually for a tanker. So this has got to be lit, which I'm working on it. Okay, so that's one whole kit, and I still got to do the top, all the arms. I've got to do the rails and all that good stuff. And then over here you see my 4 tanks. That is also a kit that was also part of a refinery. It was I think it was the truck served distributor or something. It was supposed to be 4 of them all together, but instead I changed them to Shell. Yes, I do have a decaled now. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I have all the warning labels on them, the hazmat labels, and they've got the holes pre-drilled. I just got to run the lighting, which I do have, and I've been doing, but I'm working myself from the back out. And then some more stuff over here, but this is really what I wanted you to see. No, not the coffee pot. Okay, so the 2 back tanks here they're actually glued in. They're actually installed. The wiring is all installed. I've got 5 cool white going up the stairwell for lighting. I've got 4 cool white over here going up this tank 11, which will have a shutoff valve up here on the side, and it will actually stop there. And then on this side, I'm going to take you up where you can really see. I've got them decaled. You see the Shell Petroleum Refinery, forgive my hand for shaking. And then down here, I've actually got my my smokestack, which is the 3-dimensional smokestack, and it is lit. It's got 2 flashers there, one on the very top, and then one right there. And then down here, it's got a cool white light right there on the edge. My barrier's in where the berm's supposed to be, but it's just a barrier, and it runs all the way to this point. Now, I ain't worried about the outside. I'll get to this later. What I am doing, or what I've been doing, it's just like the tops here, because a lot of the piping is going to connect to these. I did have to change a few things. I did have to take out a couple of those pipes over here, which is fine. This will be done with something else, or either be cut off. And then over here, the berm, which I have one. I was supposed to have 2 of these, I believe. They still may stay there. I'm not sure. I'm still playing. But really what I wanted to show you is what I'm doing and what I have been working on. This is a massive, massive undertaking. If you look, you can see 1, there's 2, there's 3, and then over here there's 4, and there's 5 lights here. Okay, they're the overhead lights. Now over here, these 3 on here will also be a 4th one right here, and this is going to intersect the actual unloading platform and the kit here that sets down, if I can get that to set, and it comes into contact here. Now I've already got the piping on this part installed. I just got to get it to shift and go that way, and then this is probably going to shift and go this way and then down into the ground here. Okay, this is another set thing that I've scratch built. This was part of that truck, whatever they call it, distributor kit, but I've kit bashed it, done my own thing to it. There is a light inside there, and what this basically is a crosswalk, and it will take you, of course I got to put rails on the stairs, but it will take you up through that, and the out front is open, but there's a blast wall on this side, and then there will be a ladder here that will come up from this flap out, this I guess call it a tongue. It will go up to meet this portion. Then on the opposite side, there will be a ladder that will also go down to the ground. Okay, I've just completed this tank car oil loading platform. There are two here. I've got two in the rear. I've got two pipes going down into the ground, and then I've got the other three coming up, which will have to be connected later. Right now I'm focusing on lighting and getting the actual, I want to say all of the individual kits put into place, and to make the diorama. And I'm working myself from the back and then working forward. I have all of my holes pre-drilled. These are where the 4 tanks are going to sit. It'd be 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then if you look on the outlining out here, I've got all of the trim put down except for right around in this point. Okay, I still have to do that. And then I've got Pier. This has not been painted or weathered, but what this really is a walkway and a where the pipes will be ran and running back and forth. And I've got to put rails on it and weather it. So that's where I'm at this point. I'm fixing to actually glue this here down. But you always double check and recheck, because once it's down, and I'm not tearing it up trying to get it apart. This kit was not complicated for me. I know I've heard several modelers say that it's a tough kit to build. All 4, or should I say all 8 arms work. They all swing like they're supposed to. The flaps that go to the tanker cars, they all come down, and I have each one of them painted with the yellow safety on the edge. Okay, and then of course and they raise up, and all 4 of them work. This kit is tricky though. If you're not careful, you don't really, the instructions are, the instructions are horrible. Okay, if I didn't have an imagination and some skill on how things are put together and how things are built, I would have probably screwed this kit up pretty bad. The first major screw up is they don't tell you. You have to figure this out for yourself. These unloading derricks here, they should be on the opposite end of each other, because if you're running long tank cars, you're not going to get 2 tank cars in there to be unloaded. So that is one thing they do not tell you. Now, if you're running shorter cars, I think the derrick would, if you had flipped it around the wrong direction, it would have wound up somewhere just a little over the middle area. And it would have really, it's really, the instructions could be done a lot better. And I'm sorry, I know I'm kind of a fan of Walthers on some things, but there are just some kits, the instructions they could really be done a lot better. But getting back to it, this crosswalk was all scratch built. This is not even a kit. This is stuff that I've done from styrene. I bought a ton of styrene, stripping, piping, tubes, and that's what I have built this from. But all the lighting on the towers, on the 2 tanks in the back, have been done and installed. The problem here is there's a lot of lighting that needs to be done. I have 1, I have 2, I have 3, I have 4, and then there's probably going to be a 5th one here, which is all, they're going to be what I call the exterior rail lighting. And also the entrance, when you come in, you'll be able to see the track and everything there closer to the, to the plant. I will also tell you, I also built this little guard shack for the parking lot, which I still got to put 2 little strips of styrene across the bottom there in the windows on each end. I got a light up here. I got 1, 2, 3, and then 1 over the door. That's the cool whites. I got to run those. And of course I got to do the parking lot stripping. And then I've got to put this back here, which is where it goes. And then as you can see, I've also got all of the corrugated, the building, the extended building. And then up here, I've got the same metal decking because this will be also walked across for walking from this tank. You can see where it goes up here, and it will be walking, and pipes will also be up here. And of course, you know, all the rest of it will be just either backdrop or a three-dimensional, maybe, like I said, that kit that I'm going to build out for the building itself. But this is a massive diorama undertaking. And it's not the kit itself. I enjoy planning and making up, because there's not a kit like this, diorama like this anywhere on the market. This is mine. This is my baby. This is what I've done. But I'll tell you something, I am scared, because there is a lot of lighting. This under here, if you can see it, this is just a little of the wiring that I have to reconnect after I run it through the bench work. And just to put that in a little bit more perspective, I'm going to show you. This is for tank 11, okay? So I've got to splice these back together, solder them, and hook them up. Then, right now, this is just for that, for my smokestack, okay? Then this bundle over here is my bundle for tank 12. And it's got one more cool white than the other tank, than tank 11. So there is a lot of wiring, and I'm going to show you just how much. This does not count the 5 lights that I've just stuck in here, because right now they're just stuck in here. I just cut them, stuck them into the pipe, and I got to glue them all down and paint them. But over here, this is the bundle of 5 just for the area that I was showing you. Okay, there's going to be a lot of soldering. There's going to be a lot of painting behind work to do, but I'll tell you, it's going to be worth it. I love it. I have test fitted, refitted, I have changed, I have revamped, I have done everything I could do to make this refinery one of the nicest looking, best dioramas that I've done thus far. So, and it's one of the biggest. When it comes to the lighting, and I'm fixing to put that to scale, you see all the lighting I've showed you that I've used already, okay? This is the rest of the lighting. And I've got the 2 flashers for the outer 2 tanks. I was going to do 4, but I decided I only need 2, because they're all going to be connected by a crosswalk. So I got one will be for the top of tank 1 will be for the top of tank 4. And then I've got 2, 4, 6, 8 cool whites that will go in those on the out exterior. This is the warm whites. I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 there. Actually, I got 12, because I got 2 more in a box somewhere, and I got to use those. These are all the nanos that are cool white. So I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 there that need to be installed. And I'll show you here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay? So when I bought those, I knew exactly how many I was going to need. There will be no more nanos anywhere else in the cool white. All the other ones are already in place. And that's also the 2 big silos in the back and the smokestack. And then all the others here are going to be the warm whites, which are going to be for the exterior lighting, for the parking lot, and for the rails. Also one for the guard shack, and probably another one. I got to put another pipe here. But and then of course for the unloading rack, I'm gonna put 4 inside there. And that's, like I said, that's just scratching the surface. We're not talking about exterior lights further out. Like, I want to put some. I'll show you. I'm sorry I'm moving so much. I'm trying to cover all of this without making it 45 minutes. But there's some out here that I want to put in the actual facility, so I can be able to see the tracks when I cut the lights off. Maybe not all the tracks, but I'll have enough light out here that I'll be able to see what's going on, and it'll be like night. Of course, eventually when I get the backdrop, I canceled the backdrop that I ordered. I just didn't like it. I'm still looking. I want something real. I want something that looks plausible. And I'm a good painter. I don't know about a good painter. I'm okay. But there's nothing like a photo. And it's not so much I want the sky. I like the sky here like it is. The sky is easy. But I want a realistic backdrop. I want something that is actually photo taken. Because eventually I do want to run a few lights. I don't want a ton, but I want a few. Enough to blend the actual refinery into the backdrop. And I'll probably have a few where the building's going to be up top and in the front over here, but there won't be that many so much there. Then of course the inside of the building I'll have some lighting because it's supposed to be the interior, and we talked about the diorama with the truck I'm thinking about. That'll be nano LEDs as well. So I'm telling y'all, this is going to be gorgeous, and it's going to be worth the wait. But in the meantime, and you know, I'm trying to explain to you what I've been doing. I have been working on my layout, and the good news is I've been on vacation this week, so I've actually got a lot more done. So that's why I decided to go ahead and sit down and do this video for y'all. So you know, Georgia Sunbelt, Anthony, I'm so sorry, man. I've been meaning to get a hold of you. I probably need to. I'm still interested in them locos if you still have them. I have been keeping up with your videos and a lot of others. I'm trying, but it's just so overwhelming sometimes. What I wanted to show you though was the back side of this. If you look, that is a piece of thin balsa wood, okay? And another piece of the thin balsa wood. They are linked like that, and that gives the entire diorama support because it runs straight out. This is screwed into the centerpiece, which is holding the derrick and the unloading rack. It's screwed into this piece, which is here. And of course, all this will be hidden by piping. I'm going to run piping all up and down this thing. So you're not going to be able to see squares. You're just going to see piping. And it'll be weathered. It'll look good. Then these two are countersunk underneath. And they're flush. And the same thing here. They're sunk together. And they're also sunk together from the back side. So everything here is complete. This diorama, I can pick it up. Let me see if I can do it without dropping it. It is an entire diorama, and I'm doing this one hand. I got big hands. So, but this is the diorama, and I just wanted to show you. I got it up on these little cleats to keep it up off the ground because I don't want the wires to get crushed. But yeah, I have done a lot of work, and I just want y'all to know that. I am keeping up with your videos. I'm going back on vacation. I'm coming off of vacation. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow is my last day, Thursday. I'm going to try to get as much of this done as possible, but it's probably going to be a month or two before I can even get this thing lit. The lighting is going to be bad. I mean, bad as in, oh my God, it's going to be horrible. If you look at the lighting I got over here, especially over here, now that right there is just for grower shipping. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, this one over here, parallel, is for the other side of grower shipping, and then all of these over here are also grower shipping, but I also got two of those are actually for the Dairy Queen. So I mean, you know, if you're looking at this, all of this lighting, I mean, it really is a lot. But when you look at it, that's probably what this is going to take. And you're looking at, I'm looking at one. Well, there's two expansion hubs, and I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, and I don't count the flashing one because that's what controls my grade crossing. But you can see where I've been rewiring my track and my main bus line. So not that it was really bad to begin with, but it's been, I don't know, I've been having issues with a few things, and I decided to go back and start that. And with this awesome command system that my buddy Anthony got me, I'm really, I mean, it's doing great. I mean, and the wiring is helping it, and my trains are actually running better. So I'm gonna continue working on the wiring, which will be, you know, I don't know, because that's a mess, but I'm trying to get to it. You can see how some of that's been tore out and tore down. It's still connected. It's just I'm trying to figure out how to route it and run it without causing a bunch of crap, because I still want to run trains, and I don't want to get to a point where I'm like, oh man, I can't run a train because I did blah blah. So, all right, so all blabbering aside, you've seen it. You've seen what I've been doing. Again, here is the diorama, and this is how it looks and how the cars will enter the facility. Okay, and let me get this arm pushed in because it's supposed to be pushed in. All right, so the tanker cars will be unloaded there. Okay, so a lot of work, but it's going to be well worth it in the end. I can't wait to see it operational as far as installed and light lit up. And I've already tested my trains. Everything works fine. Back in the cars between, I got plenty of clearance. So I ain't got to worry about nothing like that. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. And, so, hey, I don't know. I don't think I've missed anything. Y'all stay safe. Continue to stay safe. I don't know how all this stuff's going with this deal. Oh, I tell you what I did do, and I forgot to tell you. But I was talking about the coronavirus. Y'all still stay safe and just be careful. I got all these people. Normally I buy and paint my own people, but I just saw them the other day, and I grabbed them out of Hobby Lobby. And I'm probably going to use some of these people for the Dairy Queen, and probably for the Shell. I am still working on the Dairy Queen, believe it or not. I'm jumping around like a spider monkey jacked up on Mountain Dew. Okay, so here's my handicap parking signs. I have got them done. I just haven't got the parking done yet, but I will get to it. I don't know, man. I'm telling you, I've been jumping around like a frog. I have got the sign up over here, which is the downtown will be the next 3 exits. Of course, this is all got to be lit up. I did buy these. These are going to be lamps installed along the side roadway here, and I'm going to do it on the opposite side here. These are more so just kind of like globe lanterns for show. They're not really for lighting as much as they are just to give it some real nice clean look. I still got to put the sidewalk in on this side, and I got to light up underneath it, and I got to put the 14.6 up here on the board here where it's the height limit, because a truck trailer's 13.6, and I say in scale feet it misses it probably about a foot. So I'm gonna put 14.6, and we're gonna leave it at that. But yeah, I have been making progress. Unfortunately, I haven't done too much to the backdrop, but I have been running trains and enjoying myself, and I have really been working hard on this thing, trying to get it done. I don't know. But I'm Gary Nugent, and I really appreciate y'all watching my videos. Please like and subscribe if you want. And I I'm still watching your videos. I haven't forgotten about you. I may not make your what do you call them, your live feeds or whatever, but I really don't do that. If I can look at videos, that's what it's about. I'll enjoy the modeling, and there's nothing wrong with chatting a little bit and listening to somebody chat, but I am about the trains, I'm about the modeling, and that's my main thing. And if I can get them videos watched, I'm doing good. So, all right, I'm Gary Nugent, and I appreciate everybody watching and liking and subscribing and all, and y'all be safe, and we'll see y'all hopefully next month. Have a good one.